Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. Happy Tuesday to everybody out there in the YouTube land. I'm Huck, your host here at the Morning Mug. Oh, man, today, again, it's going to be good. We're going to be talking about new releases, box office, the Oscar predictions. What do you think? What do you think is going to make it in? I mean, look, this is a movie channel. We want to talk about movies. So hopefully you'll enjoy our little chit chat about who we think might make it in, who's going to get snubbed. Oh, my goodness. I got to hear your voices about all that. But Bob's over here. He likes to be anonymous. He's just sitting all quiet. Hey, Bob. That was Bob. All right. Now, look, you know the drill. Let's get this puppy started. What do you have? This is my morning iced tea, as y'all can see. I know you guys got yours, so let's get it going, y'all. Grab a drink, grab a snack, because it's time. Bob, hit it for the morning mug. Hey, my friends, welcome back to the Morning Mug. Now, let's chat. All right, y'all. Before we get going, how do I look? How do I sound? I'm using landline today instead of the old Wi-Fi. See if that's a better connection. Let's take a listen. Seems good. Although I'm looking at myself and it looks out of sync. The lips look out of sync. But I don't know. You guys tell me how it's looking out there, how it's sounding. Seems okay here, but oh well, whatever. It's not much I keep trying to improve. Try this, try that, because Wi-Fi can dip out sometimes. Landline's supposed to give you a nice, secure, robust connection. Ugh, I don't know what to do, yo. What is yeah, let's get rid of that. Okay, all right, let's get over to you. Now, first, before we get going, I gotta say, man, oh man, last night did a great little show, a little Gen X roundtable over on KB's channel. I know he's down here in the chats, but what a fun night that was. Just talking about old geezer stuff that we all love from the 80s, video stores, going to, late night movies and just all kinds of good stuff. Man, it was a stacked panel and had a great time. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out, please go to KB's channel. KB, tell him where you at, leave a link and all that good stuff. Just go over there, man. Just hit it and watch it. It's good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, look at that, Mr. Moody's here. Whoa, yeah. Now, Mr. Moody, since you've started the show, we'll give you the morning mug. Bob, hit him with the ticker. All right, look at that. But yeah, again, thank y'all for being here. As always, you're always starting the day off strong and cool. Good morning, Huck. What up, Dave? Jay Van Gool is here. Hey, digging you, bruh. You're at work. Oh, sneaky. Nicely done. Just watched your movie. Oh, Rear Window, excellent. With Deep Horizon. Oh yeah, Deep Horizon. Is that the one with Mark Wahlberg on the rig, or is that Deepwater Horizon? Is that the one you mean? Because I would say, unless I'm not remembering Deepwater. If it's the one on the oil rig, yeah, 100%. That's one location. That's a good movie too. But man, Rear Window, I'm so excited. We talked about some of this on KB's thing last night. That's what I'm loving about this challenge, is it sort of lets you bring out movies in your collection. Like for me, I pulled out Snowpiercer, which we'll talk about later, and Phone Booth. Those were the two I couldn't decide between, but because I had extra time in the morning, I just knocked them both out and enjoyed them both. And I would still love to also rewatch Rope or Rear Window, crank in a couple more of those one location movies. But officially, Snowpiercer is my pick for the week. But nah, yeah, man, nice. Just love it, man. Guys, keep going. This is great. Hey, guys, weather's fine. 7 degrees. Yuck. No way, Jose, man. Panic Room. Yeah, because you were having problems with a Rear Window, right? It kept freezing up on you, which is a bogus, man. But Panic Room, excellent. Female-led action movie. You're going to watch Tomb Raider. Yeah, dude, that's kind of, the example I would use is like Atomic Blonde, Tomb Raider, things like that. There's a whole bunch out there. You can even go old school, man. KB know where I'm coming from with this. You can pull up some old Cynthia Rothrock, man. Whoa! Kung Fu 80s chick from, Kung Fu chick from the 80s, who was just so badass, man. You look her up, man. Cynthia Rothrock. Hell yeah. So yeah, anything female led action movie. So I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys say to that, because I gotta know what you're thinking. But yeah, Panic Room, excellent. Hey, Kelly, good morning. Good morning. Oh, still sick? No. Been gone sick, but I'm back now. Okay, you picked Clerks. I saw a lot of people, Kelly, picking Clerks, or at least that was on the short list. I thought of that, because I was seeing everybody popping up Clerks. I'm like, I have not watched Clerks in a long time. Got the movie over here. Maybe I'll just add it to the table and see if I can slam in Rear Window, Clerks, maybe another one before the end of the week. Really stack up my movies in one location kind of thing. Love it. My Wicked for Good Steelbook was delayed. Boo hiss. Movie Man, not good, my friends. Trying to hear Steelbook finally shipped. What? Yeah, he ordered a month ago. Can you believe? Good morning, all. Yes, Gen X to know you. Just talking about you, bro. Which we know. Yeah, man, go check out KB. Love that dude. What a great panel. Oh, such a fun hanging out with all those people. I haven't seen a lot of them in a long time. Met a new friend there as well. Got to go check her out. She was great. Glad you're feeling better, Kelly. Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better, Kelly. I was worried you were still a little sick. That sucks. Took so long, you. I have a couple of movies lined up for the challenge for this week. Yes, Panic Room, Breaking In. And Lifeboat. Okay. All right. Have you seen Lifeboat yet? I know that's the one I sort of threw out for you, because it is fascinating. Fascinating how Hitch pulls off Lifeboat. It's fantastic. And then if you've got the Blu-ray like I do, watch the bonus features after. It shows how they do the boat and how, break. You got to be able to like break it apart so you can get the camera here and then spin it around. So it's fascinating. I dug Lifeboat. So if you picked that one, I got to know what you thought. Yes. You're right, Kelly. Feeling better. I like when my audience is sick. Yes. Good choices indeed. Look at you guys. I love it. Hey, Tony's here. What's kicking, chicken? Look at that, man. Nice to see y'all here. Oh, Nikki. Good morning. Good morning. Shioma's here. Hello, Huck. How you doing? Sup, everyone? Look at you. I'm telling you, the doors are just left open this morning. I was just flying in. This is great. There's no bell dinging. It's just wide open. 2 doors wide open. Everybody's sitting down in the cafe. I don't care about the Oscars. Well, Dave, don't harsh my buzz. Come on now. At least say, I'm looking forward to what you have to say, Huck. Let's go that route. What's up, Eli? Good to see you, man. Is gonna get snubbed. Well, what is that? Yeah, you gotta give me more context, y'all. If you say the movie I want, Wicked for Good, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what movie's gonna get snubbed for you. Don't forget to slash that like button. Yeah. Let's do it. Send the old extra, y'all. Look, let's do it. Where are we at, by the way? I know a lot of times I'll punch in and we're surprisingly already at 10. Look, there's at least 10, 15 people here. And what do we got? I like to say, because sometimes I'll start watching a thing and not hit like, but we're already at 12. So that's not bad. We're 12 minutes in, 12 likes. So, yeah, I feel like there's more than 12 of you here, but if you're not chatting, maybe you're watching without chatting, hit that like, man. It does matter to the Chan. So let's go. Got no time for awards, jibber jabber. Trump's going to win them all, right? Somehow, he'd show up at the Oscars, I want the Oscar for Best Actor because he certainly is acting like a president. Well, not a good one, but yeah, I can't give him the award for that one. No way. In fact, I'd rather put him up against movie presidents. Give me some, Morgan Freeman, some Harrison Ford, some Estes, some Martin Sheen. Just throw those guys out there, man. Yeah, right. I'd pick any of those. You look marvelous. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yo, Connected Movie Man. Sound good, look good. Cool, cool. All right, all right. I'll take that. Just gotta let me know. Oh, my big screen. Nice. Nikki. Mama Juggalo. All right, let's see. I look good. Saying Steve, thank y'all. KB. Okay, that's easy with the backwards 3. What's up, bud? Good morning. I have 2 questions. Did you end up finishing the Rock Criterion Blu-ray combo? And how'd you feel about putting yourself out there in your first? I did. Didn't I put that on? Oh, wait. Hold on. Did I not do that? I did Armageddon, didn't I? On my channel. Wait a second. All right, hold on. Hang on. Is it down here? All right, wait a second. Hang on. Let me look down here. All right, give me 1 second. Let me see if I got the Rock over here. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, of course, when you're under the gun, you can't find it. It should be down there alphabetically. I did work on combining the Rock Blu-ray with the DVD Criterion, and I'm creating a nice hard box to give it that extra treatment to make it look super sweet. So I've already created the artwork for that. I found some great. I'd sort of recreate the front artwork because there is no poster with the dimensions of the box. And then I found a very cool back. I almost wasn't gonna because you got to find something good for the back as well. And I found something good for the back. I couldn't believe it. So be on the lookout for that. Thanks for putting that back in my old noodle. But yeah, at least putting them in the same case. I have finished that, but I gotta finish that hard case. So I'll show you that. Kilo Stream, yes it was. Yes it was. Yeah. So it was. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought, Jay. So it was yeah, Deepwater Horizon. Totally cool 1 location movie. Yup. There it is. Thanks, KB. There it is, y'all. Copy, paste, put it on another tab when we're done here. And when you got time later, go check it out, man. It was a good time. Have a lot of questions. Well, I mean, this is all personal preference, okay? I don't know what is making Marty Supreme so special. I saw the movie. It's okay. It's good. He's good in it. It's a fine movie. Is it best picture? No, absolutely not. Honestly, if there are many movies that win best picture that I put my hand on my face. I go, why did we give it to that and not this? Like the year like A Star Is Born lost to Green Book, I was just stunned, and I think there's always something like that every year. So if Marty Supreme beats out Sinners, One Battle After Another, those are far better films. Like, so this is, in case you don't know, Marty Supreme is about this ping pong player. I don't know, forget his name. And Chalamet does a great job. Don't get me wrong. It's good. But there are other performances, and I'll get to this too when we get to the nominations and stuff. But there are performances out there that aren't even getting talked about, y'all. And I'll just tease it here. And I'm talking about Brendan. I've mentioned this before. Brendan Fraser from Rental Family. I think his performance outshines Chalamet's hands down. And Will Arnett from Is This Thing On? Because he, first of all, to me, best actor should go to somebody you don't see coming and throwing out an amazing performance. Who knew that Will Arnett had such great dramatic chops? Chalamet gives a nice, even performance. It's fine. Character's kind of an a-hole. So I don't see the charm in this character, like what everyone's raving about, other than just that it's a solid performance. But I'd have picked those two in an instant over him, and then have trouble picking who I'd want to win. So he won the Golden Globe for comedy musical, but Leo won it for, right? Did Leo win it? No, it was Stellan Skarsgård. So, and of course, but you still have Leo and Michael B. Jordan in the dramatic category. So even though Chalamet wins, he is still going up against those two dramatically, because we're just going to assume he's going to get picked. I think it's a foregone conclusion. But anyway, that's where we'll stick it right there. Put a pin in that as we continue on. Hey there, Craig. How are you, sir? Good morning, Craig. That was a really crazy night. You. Um, the next best thing, right? We try to put you there in your mental capacity. What up, Lukester? What's going on, man? You. Me and the Luke man getting out there watching all those dirty ass horror movies like Bone Temple and Primate. It's good stuff, man. I mean, the movie, of course, the year starting off strong with what? Horror movies. I mean, is there any other genre out there? Sorry, man. It's just like this is horror movie after horror movie. Like, why can't we start the year off, I don't know, with some comedies that are big hits? No, it doesn't work that way. Sorry, guys. If you want to laugh and feel joy, yeah, we're not going to give that to you. I was going to do Kurosawa's Ron. Sub Hoss McPizza. Since longer movie and yeah, Cloverfield instead. Okay. It's funny that so I did have Ron, but I had so many other single titled movies. In fact, I watched a ton of single titled movies throughout the week. They're all in my letterbox if y'all want to, check out what I've been watching. And I also thought, well, maybe I'll save that for a foreign director. Pick one of your favorite foreign directors. Oh, somebody asked a very interesting question. I'm blanking out. Sorry. If you're in here, it might have been one of you. They said, oh no, it was Brian at B-Dubs. Are you here, Brian? He said, can I pick a foreign director, but it's not necessarily a foreign movie? And I thought, well, I mean, it's not against there's no rules, right, y'all? It's like make this thing as fun as you want it to be. Don't feel like read between the lines like, oh, I can't watch it because he wants to do Guillermo del Toro, but he's seen all of Guillermo's movies except for like Hellboy 2, right? And but he's a foreign filmmaker, a foreign director. So that counts. I said, yeah. I mean, just because it's not a foreign movie with subtitles, that doesn't negate the thing, which is watch a movie from your favorite foreign director. So if you like John Woo and you don't watch The Killer Hard Boiled, but instead you want to watch Face Off or Broken Arrow, it all fits. So I'm personally going to try to watch a foreign film from a foreign director just for myself to try to keep that sort of balance going. You guys just crack-a-lacking in here. I've seen all of Hitchcock's movies. Have you? I own all but 5 or 6. Wow, you've seen all of his movies, dude. Golfers clap. I'm not nearly that close, but I've seen a hunk. Okay, so then that also means you've seen Lifeboat. So, yeah, sometimes it's fun to know there's one or two out there. You still got to, plug in there, but. Well, good. So yeah, maybe Lifeboat won't make the cut. Maybe you'll look for a different one you haven't seen yet. But yeah, everybody's happy. Hoss is here. Yeah, Hoss is the dude. Watch Buried. Oh, yeah. Look, I thought about it. I get very claustrophobic and things like that. Like if people are crawling through an earth hole like this big, I start to kind of go, like I'm sucking it up for the actor going through the hole. So Ryan being buried for an entire movie, that maybe I'll give it a whirl. And at about 15 minutes, if I start jonesing, I'll be like, okay, I got to tap out. Oh, Nuremberg. Okay, yeah, because you love the movie. Yeah, no, it will get snubbed, but sorry. It's just I don't think it got enough notoriety. So no one's talking about it. But, we all get our snubs. Like I'm going to get Will Arnett and Brendan Fraser snubs too. So I'm right there with you. 13 likes. Come on, we gotta do better than that, y'all. Let's see. Do you watch all your movies on that TV behind you? And what's your watching routine, day or night? Lights off, popcorn. I don't really watch no, because that's a smaller TV. I got a cool, sweet, big old 60-inch TV in the living room. It's got the sound bar or Dolby Atmos and all that jazz. So I do most of my watching out there. What I'll do back here, especially since this is also where I work from home. I'll put stuff back here that's just kind of fun. I might put TV shows up back here. I might put YouTube up behind me back there. Or if it's like bonus features, I'll put bonus features up behind me if I'm just sort of working and want to hear some bonus features. But yeah, if I'm going to full on, I mean, I'm not going to say I haven't put movies back here because I have. But Yeah, but generally the action is in the living room. I put the lights down. I have a light rig behind the TV because they say try to have a little illumination coming from the back of your TV because it's good on your eyes. So I got this nice amber glow from behind my TV. And my special command, uh, should I say it? Because then you guys are all, you yell to my Alexa, but I just tell Alexa, turn on TV lights, and then the lights come on. So it's all automated. And then hunker down and, grab some iced tea, all and go at it. I'll do popcorn sometimes if I'm hangry, but not always, because sometimes it'll be right after dinner or something like that. But thanks, man. That's a dope question. Appreciate that. I wouldn't give that man an award for anything. Nope. But some people just give him awards that aren't even his. I need to see the Star Wars hard box and slipcovers. Oh yeah, Huckster got it right up there. I got my box. It's beautiful, man. It looks so good. I got the full box. I got each individual hard box. I just have a stroke. Each individual hard boxes with slipcovers and special cases on there. So yeah, man, it's a good one. It's a good one, Dave. I just bought Deadpool versus Wolverine on DVD. So I watched it laptop. Nice. That's cool. What's up, Sharon? Good to see you. You stayed in a hotel. Ooh, very swanky. Where you staying, man? So we all come hang out, kick up our feet, talk movies. Can't wait for the Rock Custom Part 2. Oh yeah. Is it really? That's your most watched it. Yeah, man, let's go. See, there are fans of my customs out there. And here's the funny thing. I gotta get in gear. Like I got at least 5 that I've already shot. I just gotta, if I get a little downtime after work or something like that, I'll at least cut one. I'm gonna try to manifest it right now by telling you that's easy. That I'm gonna put one up on Friday, that I'm holding myself accountable. So I will tell you I'm putting one up on Friday. Now, it won't be the Rock one because I don't have the artwork printed out yet. I have to go to Staples, and I don't know if I have time to get that done. But I will at least put up one new custom on Friday. So you've got me motivated. I love it. You guys just motivate me. That's all I need. I just got to be held accountable. Miss Lloyd Bridges, Comedy Gold. Did he ever take on the role of the president? I don't think so. I don't know his filmography that well. Like I know, like comedy and stuff like that. Freaking Airplane is so brilliant. But yeah, I don't know if he did president or not. I think Timothy appeals to the younger demographic. And working with Josh Safdie helps. Yeah, I mean, you're right, KB. I mean, that's good. If you're trying to get some of that youthful audience, but I mean, we know, KB, they're not going to watch. They'll be happy to hear if Chalamet wins or not, but I don't think kids are going to be excited to. I mean, I don't know, though. I'll be honest. Like, I don't know, my daughter's 18. I don't even think she knows who Timothy Chalamet is. I mean, she knows because we've seen, like, Wonka and stuff like that together. So she knows of him, but kids in her bubble, I don't hear them talking about Chalamet, as Adam Sandler would say. But yeah, I mean, I do agree. He's got that youthful demographic. So, I just don't think he should win. I'll watch Marty's Premium in a few weeks when it comes out on streaming. Dude, check it out. Like I say, it's still a good movie. I just think it's very overrated. It's overrated, and that's all I'm going to say. But it's good. I still think you're going to have a good time with it. And who knows? Maybe you're like, dude, Huckster, loved it. What's the deal, bro? 5 stars. Let's see, Luke's is planning on checking out Nuremberg today since it's on Fandango. Gotta watch it. Media, what's up, man? Oh, big dog. Black Box. Speaking of the devil, what up, Mike? What's going on, man? Blockbuster Box Set's here. I'm honored, sir. No, this is great. I was just bragging about your Star Wars box. You heard that? I mean, that I found this box that I found. We're at 18 likes, not too shabby. Let's pick it up, y'all. Let's kick it into 20, and then we're gonna start talking stuff. There is no charm to the Marty character, just like in Ropat in The Good Time and Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems. Okay, they're protagonists, but you don't need to like them. I know, I get that, but I still liked. And when I say like, I don't mean I need to be their friend. I'm just saying Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying. Bone Temple is fantastic. Yep. We really off to a good start. Yeah. Bone Temple was fun, man. Better than Marty Supreme. No, I'm just kidding. We need a good, funny comedy to come through. We do. We do, man. Look, here's the thing. How does the Golden Globe have a comedy musical category and you don't even at least put Naked Gun as a movie in that? I mean, honestly, I laughed so hard at that movie. You've got to like pick stuff that fits the thing. You can't be tossing Marty because the Marty Supreme is not a comedy. It's nor was The Martian. They have all these sort of category fraud moments where they just put something in there because they wanted to win, but it doesn't fit the category. I'm telling you, Leslie Nielsen, Liam Neeson, even the names are similar, should have been nominated as Best Comedy Actor. And that movie should have been nominated because it's funny. It's a comedy. I'm sick every time someone says Bone Temple. Y'all beefs in my head. Bone Temple. See, my voice is already wrecked. I can't do the voice right now. Scary Movie 6 is coming. There we go. Like, bring it on. Bring it on with that comedy. Does anybody have a favorite current TV? It's hard for me to find something I like nowadays. TV watching Georgia and Mandy's First Marriage. TV. All right, let's throw some stuff out for Brent. I will say I am watching because I got to start watching a bunch of SAG stuff. Here it is, y'all. Oh, I thought I'd show you my card last time. Hold on. You gotta hold it up like this. There's my SAG card, and here's my SAG mailer that says it's time to start voting. And now that they've made the announcements, it's time to start voting. So I have to start watching things like Adolescence, for example. I just started watching it. Man, very, very good show. It's only 4 episodes long, so very small commitment, Brent. And they're about an hour each, and they're all one take. It's, as a performer, I get stressed sometimes watching one take things because I'm like, oh my God, the pressure of not only every actor hitting their spot, hitting that moment, hitting that emotional beat, but also the crew getting out of the way because there's a crew behind the cameraman. Maybe not a huge one, but there's somebody holding cable or they have the boom mic. They got to have the mic behind them. And you got to keep that stuff out of frame. And the cameraman cannot bump into something. And it's a good watch. I'm also watching The Pit. That's also pretty good, very intense. I'm trying to find a new comedy. Haven't found that yet, but because those two are on the must-watch list, I'm checking those out. One more episode of Adolescence, and I'll be done with that. Fantastic performances. I see why they're all winning everything. Honestly, I would give it to them as well, even though I know The Pit is quite good. I might give it to Noah Wyle as lead, but I don't know. This kid and his dad in Adolescence, it's not a slam dunk for Noah Wyle at all when it comes to the Emmys or something. So those are just 2 off the top of my head. If you can only watch one genre of movies, that's a good question. Honestly, to me, it's really got to be between either sci-fi or comedies, because I just love the sci-fi genre so much. Maybe I'll go sci-fi so I can work sci-fi comedies in there so you can get like Galaxy Quest in there. Still it's technically sci-fi, but it's also a comedy. Yeah, I think I'd have to go that route. I know a lot of people will be like, oh, it's horror all the time. I couldn't just live on just horror movies. I couldn't do it. But sci-fi, because it's a really wide range of stuff. Sci-fi can be anything, it could be something like Planet of the Apes or Star Wars or, Independence Day, Arrival. Just the subgenre really, you can go a long ways with that. Even like, Minority Report. I don't know. I feel like I could go a long way on science fiction, especially if maybe there's a little sci-fi horror out there. What's a good sci-fi horror? I would say Event Horizon, but I didn't care for that. There it is. All right. Somebody had to whack that bee's nest. Bee's nest. They don't have nests. Hornet's nest, whatever it is. Let's see what Sue gonna get. Yeah, what's Sue gonna get? I don't know, but hey, what's Sue and the Steelbook crew gonna get? Well, if Bob got off his lady took us over there, his lady took us. Wow, y'all, the mouth has chosen to not work at 100% today. his lazy took us and hit that. Mark, come on, let's do it. Let's do it. No, oh, there you go. Wrong side, Bob. Flip it. By the way, let's see. Is this okay? I keep flipping it. Let me look at my YouTube feed. Is okay. My logo's correct. Like you're reading it correctly. Yeah. Sometimes I'll see it's flipped. Like last night, I noticed sometimes on KB's thing, like people were flipped, so you could the words were backwards. Anyway, it looks fine as I'm checking it out. Oh, wow, it's me. Whoops. Let's get back to there. Whoops. Didn't know it would read like that. Sorry. All right. Here we go. This is what everybody's going to get today if you are so inclined to go check it out. Speaking of one battle after another, here we go. If you have not seen it, it is coming out on 4K. I will be picking this up. I wouldn't say I'm a massive Paul Thomas Anderson fan, but I will have to say it is between this and Boogie Nights are my favorite films of his. I need to rewatch Boogie Nights, but this one was a great movie. Really enjoyed it. Snakes on a Plane from Arrow. I don't know if I need that. I literally, it's so funny. So I have this 3-pack over there, right? I love these triple features. I think they're fun to get. And in that triple feature, it's got Sam Jackson, right? It's a Sam Jackson 3. So you got Snakes on a Plane, Long Kiss Goodnight, and Deep Blue Sea. Now I've already picked up the Deep Blue Sea chunky box. I've already picked up the Long Kiss Goodnight, smaller box. And now there's this. So it's like, what was the point of having a nice, cheap $10 triple pack if you're going to replace it with $30, $25 versions of all these movies? So that one movie, I don't think I really need on 4K. I might keep the triple features specifically for that. I've never had the inkling lately to put it in. So, but there you go. Let's see. All right. So you got your end of watch. Gyllenhaal, little steel book there. Michael Pena, Wicked for Good, y'all. If you didn't get a chance to finish up, go away. The movie, the story, I say check it out. It's very good. I say check it out just for Ariana Grande. She kills it in this movie. Like Cynthia, I love Cynthia too. She's terrific. But I think that Ariana does more in this that she did not do in the first one. Whereas I think, Arrivo is just in the zone, both movies all the way across. But I think, but we'll talk to. Do we think Ariana Grande is going to get snubbed, or will she get a second nomination for the same role? I don't even know. Other than Stallone, right? Stallone got it for Rocky way back, and then he got it for Rocky again, like 40 years later in Creed. So getting a second nomination for the same character, it'll be interesting. I'm curious how many of those exist out there. Does anybody know? Anybody like big old Oscar fan know if somebody's been nominated having played the same character twice? But that would be either a disappointing snub, because there are some good supporting actress performances here, or a very nice surprise. I will say it's going to be a nice surprise. I'm predicting a snub, so if she gets picked, it'll be a nice surprise. You got some Roof Man, which I want to see. I missed it. It just kind of came and went at my theater. I was literally chasing that movie. And given the times that I was available, I could not connect to The Roof Man, but I heard it was not too shabby. Got your The Dead from John Huston, collection of Woody Woodpecker. What is that, ladies and gentlemen? The Stains? Okay, I guess, or something. It's a band. You got you some 4Ks from Kino for Death on the Nile. Slip over there. You got your Evil Under the Sun. Next row at the bottom, you got The Mirror Cracked. I'm saying all those in order because those are all the Agatha Christie movies, all on the 4K there. Pretty sure those were out already. Maybe that's a re-release, because I remember seeing those on 4K. One Battle After Another, you got your Blu-ray version, the little Tom Baker season 2 of Doctor Who. I know Tom Baker's a lot of everyone's favorite Doctor Who. You got your On the Run, Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere. I didn't catch that in the theater. I was getting a little burnt out on, after the biopic of Bob Dylan, which I thought was okay. It was good. Shelby did a fantastic performance. It didn't move the needle for me on Bob Dylan. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm a fan now. I don't think it was meant to do that. I think it was just meant to tell a good story. You got Shine, you got Diva. What else we got? Caught by the Tides. I don't know what that is, but it's a cool looking cover. There and look, a nice Wicked 2-pack, y'all. If you haven't even picked up Wicked yet, you got it in a nice crunchy little box right there because there's no more. It's a twofer, you know. But earlier last year, I did a 2-pack, a double feature, you know, kind of video about movies that didn't go beyond 2 parts, and this one would be a perfect addition to that. Got your entire Lucifer series on Blu-ray. What else? Old Errol Flynn, Captain Blood. Just do a little looking around. Screamboat. I know this is the knockoff Mickey thing, you know, like Steamboat Willie. It's a Screamboat Willie. Oh, by the way, fuck 'em whole. You know, all you got to do is talk with an English accent and say fuck 'em whole, and you'll understand the pun that's coming out of that name. Fuck 'em whole. But that's the name. I'm not making it up. Fuck 'em whole. I saw I was waiting for that to come out in the theater. It looked hilarious. I saw the trailer, and then I never saw it come to my theater. I can't wait to see that movie. I think it looks very funny. You know, it's almost like a play on the whole Downton Abbey stuff, but funny. So yeah, if anybody's seen that, let me know. Is it good? Is it funny? I'm gonna see it anyway. So anyway, you got your Suspect with Cher. What else? What else we got, y'all? Just gonna do a little scanning here. Man in a Cocked Hat. Peter Sellers. Never heard of that one. Pretty big Peter Sellers fan. Never heard of that one. Kurt Russell, Dark Blue. That's a re-release because I have Dark Blue. In fact, I want to say, there it is right there. Dark Blue. Yeah, I was looking to see who put that out before. Seeing if this is maybe just a different studio release. But yeah, Dark Blue. Good movie. A friend of mine, Jim Cody Williams, he's got a good role in that from Steel Frontier. Bacchus. All right. Anything else of super merit? Which going to be very careful. Sometimes near the bottom of this, you got yourself some naughty bits that pop up. There you go. There's a little Torso on 4K coming from Arrow and the Dark Half on Blu-ray. So there it is. Wait. Frightmare. That's kind of cool looking. Anyway, y'all, so that's a good overview of what's coming out. It is a pretty stacked day, I gotta say. What's jumping out for you guys? For me, it has to be Roofman, because I didn't get a chance to see that yet. And Fuck 'em Whole are the ones I'm looking forward to. So, yeah. Sorry, my head's out of frame there. Anyway, what about y'all? Anything jumping out for you? What you need? What you like? Tell me. There you go. All right, that is what me, the Steelbook crew, and Sue, and you are gonna get. Yes, sirree. All right. I haven't seen Breaking In. I know that does sound like a good double feature. I haven't seen Breaking In either. Anybody looking for the John Madden? Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'm pumped, but I'm hyped. You know, looking forward to it. What's up, Dell? Dell was also on the old Streameroni last night. Very good. Dell, everybody's losing their mind, as they should. Do you use the app to keep track of volume? I do, Brent Mania. Let's see. So I'm going to pop it up here and show you. So these are, it's funny. These are, you can see I've gone through many what's good? Oh, there you go. Hang on. Can you focus? Focus. Anyway, there it is. Those are all the ones I've given a go. I did do iCollect for a long time because I liked the way it was laid out. iCollect also did music. So, you know, it could do my CDs or albums. It could do toys. It could do Funko Pops, board games. I'm like, that was the app for me. And then they just wouldn't update. They kept saying they're going to update it and make it look better and do this and that. And finally, I just bailed on them. I'm like, you guys aren't upping your app. So then I moved to CLZ Movies, which is only like, it's $15 for the whole year. Done. And then I just, you know, there you go. Here you go. Let's see. Cancel. So basically it comes up and looks like that, you know, and you can, there's a little, But right there, a little plus button, boom, you hit that. It'll start adding it to your collection. And you can search by year, date, title, movie, actor, all kinds of good stuff. So CLZ, y'all. CLZ is what I use. I know a lot of people use Blu-ray.com. They have um, a movie organizer as well. But I like CLZ. It's very cool. And believe me, when I go out hunting, I will pull this thing up and go, do I have that movie? I'm telling you, because it has saved the day many times. It has also not saved the day because I realized I forgot to scan stuff in. So you got to be diligent about, as soon as something comes in the door, open that package and scan it. Because I was like, thankfully there's some I knew I had and they weren't in here. So I just went, scanned it, and I'm like, yep, sure enough, I missed that one. But yeah, man, that's what I use. Let's do it. I love that. Alexa, showtime. Dude, I love that. That's cool. I like that. All right. One of the rare occasions. Came for the morning mug. Yeah. Thank you, teacher workday. Dude, I'll take it, man. Always a pleasure. Oh, I got a little Australian on you there, but it's a pleasure to have Dale in house. Always. Got any Aussies here this morning? I don't think so. Steve, look, everybody, I'm going nuts. Draculinus here. Caprice, Dolly, hello. Loving you. Look at this. What mug do we have today? Well, let's see. We have my Stranger Things mugs. I'm going to take it around the horn here. Look at this thing. And I got this from a Stranger Things exhibit that my wife and daughter took me to for Father's Day a couple of years ago. What a terrific experience it was, too. I got a video on it. In fact, it might even be a short. I might have done it as a short. But just look up Stranger Things experience and you'll see what it was. And it was dope. Like, it's sort of an interactive thing. Like, you're a participant and these actors sort of take you through scenes and they give you info, this and that. And sometimes it's like a little bit of an escape room thing. Like, you've got to figure something out to get out, which is very fun. And then at the end, you're actually battling demigorgons using 11 powers. And it was fun. I couldn't shoot that part of it because when you got in that part of the room, in fact, I think while you're going through the whole experience, they tell you to put your phones away, which I kind of like because it allows you to be absorbed into the moment. Because I'm sure a lot of influencers would just go in there and just phones everywhere. And I would have done it, a second time just to show people the cool factor of it. But if you're just going to do it one time, I dig the no phone thing. So I covered it in and out of the exhibit part of it. But there you go. Go. I wanted that Star Wars hardback, but it sold out. No, I was planning to get it February. But look, just keep an eye on them. Things do come and go with that. Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. Anybody else like a Western movie besides me? It is not my go-to genre, but I don't mind a good Western if I'm watching and it's good. But I don't have a ton. It's so funny because some of the Westerns that I like a lot is like Young Guns and Silverado. I like those. Unforgiven. A lot of the more traditional ones. Like, I know a lot of people love the Clint Eastwood trilogy, but that's not a rewatch trilogy for me. I don't mind watching the movies once, but I don't really need that. I mean, I have the Blu-rays too, so I don't really need to upgrade the 4K for those. But what about you, Brent? What's your go-to Western? Like, I'm guessing you're probably Western fans. Therefore, you must have better old school Westerns. Subtitles, or it doesn't count in my opinion. The Foreign Director Challenge Week. Yep. It's a good challenge. That's right. To challenge ourselves every now and then. That's right. But again, I don't want to dissuade anyone if that's the way they want to go. I'm like, cool. But for me and you, Haas, I want to lean into the fact that it's an actual foreign film from the foreign director as well, because I just want to experience it that way. Yeah, Caprice. So I might do Ron then or something else. I don't know. It's funny. Last year for my foreign film, I did Ip Man because and I did not. There's no dubbing or anything like that. It was the actual foreign language. So I got to watch a foreign film and watch the magic of Donnie Yen. Just, I was so good. So I don't mind that too. Look, just because it's a foreign film and kung fu doesn't mean you can't do kung fu. A good Ip Man was so good, so good. I've already said my piece on Marty Supreme. It may live up to the hype for other people, not for me. But it was, again, it's a good movie. I just feel it's overhyped. What Asian movie? I don't know. I don't have a big list of Asian movies that I'm excited to see. I don't know. Sorry, bud. You were the 20th like. Thank you, Dell. Dude, I'd expect nothing less. Slapping that 20. I get to whirly pop. I don't have to read it that way. I get to whirly pop. Changed the popcorn game for us when we do it for movies. So much better than microwave. What is a whirly pop? Okay, see, now I'm fascinated. Got to get me a whirly pop. I'm going to keep saying it that way. Oh, sorry. That's just how it comes out. Whirly pop. Dirty pop. Let's see. Brent Mania. Lots of us like Westerns, or at least I do. Dell. Okay, so Dell's a big Western dude. Nice. First 28 years was strange to me. I liked moments. When I walked out, I thought it wasn't too special, but when I think about it, I want to watch it again. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, you'll walk out of something, not care for it, then give it another watch. Yeah, I think that happens to everybody. I actually liked, though, 28 years later better than I liked Bone Temple. I like Bone Temple. Like, if you see my review, I like both the movies. I actually had to see. I hadn't seen 28 years later. I missed it in the theater for whatever reason. I think I was just tapped out of horror movies when that was out. I'm just like, oh, I need a break, whatever. So, but I rented it that morning and then immediately went out and watched it. So the two were fresh in my brain as sort of a 2-pack. I kind of like the story about the son going out and learning how to defend himself against these mutants. What do we call them? Mutants, zombie mutants, creatures. And also trying to help his mother and the relationship between the family. I don't know. I thought that dynamic was very cool. And of course, you get to meet Ray Fiennes' character for the first time in that movie, and Samson, which I thought was a fascinating character. And then the second movie is more about I call it the tracksuit mafia, whatever, because it's all the guys with the blonde hair, all the Jimmies. What do you say, Jiminy, and Jimmy got a band. Name's Jimmy Roberts. So there you go, a bunch of Jimmies out there doing some killing. And I realize now, and that's a movie, after I sat on it, I liked it a little bit more the more I thought about it. But it's also because I was just like, okay, we already have these zombie things killing people. Now we also have humans killing people. But I guess that's the point, is even when there's tragedy in this universe, man can still be a hole. So, but I don't know, following that, but he was good. The guy was O'Connell is his last name. What's his first name? Jimmy O'Connell? It'd be weird if his first Jimmy O'Connell's playing anyway. He's the same guy that played the bad guy in Sinners. So I would say he's quite good at playing the villain. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, man? Did you hear Sony is giving their TV? Oh, really? No way. That's interesting. Okay. All right. Do we like this? New Naked Gun made me laugh. Should have been included. That's what I'm telling you, dude. Like per minute, there's more laughs in that one movie than most entire comedies. So that makes sense. So it came out wrong. I started watching Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It's a new Game of Thrones prequel. Of course, you love that. Takes place 50 years before Game of Thrones. All right. Sharon is here. Hello. Let's see. I moved out of my apartment because of the shooting in the hallway. What? Building wasn't safe. Get out of there. Nice. My staff moved me up to the hotel. Pool. Nice. Dude, yeah, get out of that unsafe environment. Yeah. Hopefully you're away from all that riffraff. Things will get better. Let's see, but don't get me wrong, Timothée Chalamet was great in The French Dispatch. Yes, I mean, he's great. He's great in everything he does, from director Wes Anderson, and I loved it, but I dislike Dune Part 1 and 2 and think it's overrated and bored. There you go. See? Everyone's got a different opinion about films, which I love. I actually like the Dune movies, so there's that. But a lot of people are loving Marty Supreme, and I'm not loving that. So that's the beauty of movies, y'all. We have that right. We have that right. No, that's good. I like your opinion. I love your opinion, Hisham. No, that's good. Watched my first Lars von Trier movie. Okay, Dancer in the Dark was different, but the movie breaks into song, and dance felt like an abrupt in the movie. Dog Phil. That's exactly what I felt when I was watching Emilia Perez. Like that movie felt like it just needed to be a straight up drama. The singing, when they started singing, I was like, "What is happening?" Because it just was such a strange blend. And I thought, here's the funny thing. I said, I'll never watch this movie a second time. But I kept telling my wife and daughter about this one song about genitalia that's in this movie. I go, it's hilarious. I got to show you this one scene. So I showed them the scene, and then I sat down and watched it because I did think it was funny. And then they're like, I think we want to watch this movie. I'm like, all right, but you're on your own. I'm not watching this thing again. So I restart. They watch the movie. And about halfway through, I was in here, working on channel stuff. I ended up going back in there and watching the back half again. There's something sort of like weird to go back to that movie. But yeah, the song and dance in the middle of nowhere, I don't know. It was kind of hilarious. Caught me off guard. There you go. Our TLC. Oh, well, I'm 51% of TCL. I keep saying TLC. TCL. Or TCL. All right. Well, I hope TCL owns most of TCL. I want to watch Event Horizon. I like it because of the actors, but not the best ending. I think that's the problem I had too, Jay. The funny thing is, I know that got upgraded to 4K. I'll never do that, but I found it at a swap meet for $1 on Blu-ray. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pick that up, and one day I will give that a rewatch just to see, now that I already know my friend, like last year, one of my categories for the 52-week challenge was a movie you want to give a second chance to. And I chose The Big Lebowski, which was a good pick for me because I didn't care for the movie originally. And you know what? After watching it a second time, I bumped my rating up from a 2 to a 3. So I ended up liking it a little bit more. Still think John Goodman's character is terrible. Again, I know it's not about always liking characters, but his character was the reason everything kept going wrong for the dude. I just wanted him to like shut up and let the dude try to get his stuff done. But Event Horizon, I give another shot. Good morning. What is up, Laren? Oh, everybody's gonna get excited. I'm gonna see your name popping up now. Laren. Yeah. Everybody was just saying that up there. I had not heard that yet. Jeff, Mrs. Latte. Let's see. You got TCL for yeah. I mean, it's a good TV. I see it at Best Buy a lot. So I mean, it's okay. Like I'm sure it's a great TV. Sci-fi horrors. See, there you go. Alien, Life Force. I love Life Force, dude. That's such a look. Matilda May. Come on now. Europa Report, Frankenstein on the Skin. Attack the Block. That's such a good movie. The Substance, right? See? Is this because I was earlier saying I would pick sci-fi over? What were the choices? Or just what would be the genre I pick? Yeah, so I would totally pick sci-fi because look at all that. You get some horror work in there. You can get some sci-fi comedies, straight up sci-fi. Yeah, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna land the plane on that, man. I'm gonna go sci-fi. Anybody else? What would be you guys' genre? What genre could you not live without? Is it dramas? Is it documentaries? I don't know. What y'all's? I have one battle after another on pre-order. You'll get that thing. Doesn't come out until March. Holy hand grenades. But it's right. Oh, the Steelbook doesn't come out until March. Yeah, I don't need the Steelbook. I would just go ahead and get the. Although I hear the Steelbook has more bonus features and stuff like that, which is wicked. To not have the same stuff on the standard 4K. It's disappointing. Nice. Oh, you also have one, Dell. Cool. You think she's gonna get? Yeah, I kind of do too. Sadly. Is the Antichrist. That intro belongs in a museum. I gotta see some more Lars movies. You guys are tossing out some Lars movies. As a hidden gem, cool. All right, see, there you go. Nice. I'll check out that. Okay, thanks for the recommend. I want the Lucifer Blu-ray set. Nice. I have the DVD set. Yeah, my wife watched that. She loves that show, but she doesn't collect stuff. So she's like, don't buy that stuff. 6 years is a good lifespan and still going strong. Yeah, I had my last TV was a Sony, and I had that for 10 years. And the only reason I let it go is because I wanted a flat screen, new, better TV. You have thousands thrown on DVD, Blu-ray disc, my apartment. Moving to a house. Yeah, nice. Working on staying in a hotel. Nice. Yeah, cool. Gotta see your new setup, man. Very expensive, but the Sony. Down to 5K. Woo, 5K. Easily the best TV I've ever seen. Yeah. I mean, you pay for it, you get a good one. Adrian James is here. Welcome, Mr. James. My goodness, y'all, it's almost 9 o'clock already. How do you guys keep me going? Just keep me flying. Picking up one battle after another, Lucifer Box. You go, girl. And the Doctor Who Tom Baker. There it is. Caprice, a woman after my heart. Look at that. Grace is a rough one, though. All right. Look at that. Oh, everybody's digging. You're popping in there. I'm a big Doctor Who fan. And you get that Tom Baker. I want to say, I mean, let's see. Let me look at that. That is season 2. I felt like there's an actual box set of Tom Baker stuff. I might be wrong, but I know my friend Joe, he collects all the Doctor Who's as well. And I remember there was a moment at Barnes & Noble where they were selling all the Doctor Who's 50% off. And I just feel like there was a Tom Baker set. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was just like Tom Baker season 1, and that's what he got. So, one of the Agatha Christie's with Maggie Smith. Yeah, those are good. I have all of those on Blu-ray. I made myself a little box set. So, got to give those a rewatch. You got your one battle after another? Oh, Caprio. Yeah, is that like your fave then? Maybe your fave DiCaprio movie? He's so good, man. Enough of the Bob Dylan movies already. I know, right? I think we're good, right? We're good. I mean, that's enough. Doctor Who fan too. Tom Baker's my fave. Dude, I'm right there too. Look, that's who I grew up with. I remember high school coming home, putting on PBS with the, turn thing or push button on the TV and just, ooh, right? Nailed it. Doctor Who, man. And it was Tom Baker was one that was on TV. So love that stuff. You like John Pertwee and Sylvester McCoy. Look, there's all kinds of good ones. My wife loves her some David Tennant. That's her fave. And then Matt Smith, number 2. So, yep. You have CLZ also? Classy dude. There you go. Let's see, Lambro. Let's see. Okay. You're not the biggest fan of sci-fi, which is fine. For the more laid background sci-fi, like Eternal Sunshine, Spotless. Okay, cool. See, and that's the other cool thing. I could also work those in, which I also like. It's going reasonably well. How are you? Okay, you love that sci-fi, outer space mostly. Yup. Oh, look at you. I love how you tee it up, people. Mr. Moody, anything at the box office? Well, heck yeah. Heck to the yeah, there is. And, if Bob wakes up, Bob, snap out of it, man. We're going to have to show it to you, people. Hold on now. There we go. And here Bob, let's use your magic on this side. Okay, wrong side. Try it again. All right, here we go, y'all. Box office is as this. Look, you cannot keep Zootopia down. I don't know what is the deal with that movie, but we're going to get to that in a second. Still number 1 after 5 weeks is Avatar. Wait a minute. Hold on. Shoot. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I literally grabbed the wrong one of those. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. Hold on. See, I was in a rush this morning. All right, we're going to get rid of that because I could tell that was not the right one. I'm going to tell you what it was. Where do I have the full graphic? Oh, well. Tell you what. Give me 1 second. Let me just see. How did that not go in there? Where's my bone temple? Did I have a feeling that I saved it somewhere else. Oh yeah, no, there it is right there. Hang loose. I'm going to see if I can do this on the fly just for you guys because you're worth it. You're worth trying to do it. I have no clue why this did not save as a JPEG. But, this is how good. We're going to do it on the fly because you guys are worth it. I'm going to bedazzle you with my skills. There it is. Okay, hang in there. We're almost there. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Is how fast we can get it done for you. All right, are we ready? Are we ready? Are we feeling it? Hold on. We got you. I got you guys. You're worth it, gol dang it. Just to prove to you, I did not drop the ball. There we go. Look at that. Oh, yeah, done. That is called winging it. Okay, there it is. There's the right graphic. Had the one from last week. Avatar pulled it in again, 14.5, number one in its fifth week, but just barely because you can see Bone Temple was creeping on its tails at 13. But that also means Bone Temple won't catch Avatar next week. Zootopia is the loose cannon here, 9.2. I think it was like fourth or fifth last week. Now it only dropped y'all 8%. 8% for Zootopia. It is in its 8th week. It's got more staying power than any movie I've seen in a long time. It also became the highest grossing animated movie of all time. I didn't pull that up as a factoid, but it has surpassed Frozen 2, Inside Out 2, Up, all these other things. It's just blowing past them, and it's still in the top 5, only dropping 8%. So until some other big family movie comes in, this thing is just going to keep going. I mean, seriously, another 9.2 million? That is crazy. But there you go. Housemaid still holding strong as well. That only dropped 21%, another 8.5. And there's Marty Supreme, which was out of the top 5 last week. Now it's back in, 5.4 mil, just on the cusp. Primate dropped out of the top 5 and only was there for 1 week. So Paramount Pictures, the people trying to buy Netflix, couldn't even churn out a horror movie that could stay in the top 5 for 2 weeks. So, maybe we're okay if Netflix grabs them. But there it is. There's your box office. Let's see. And I've seen all of these. How would I rate them? This is a good question. Okay, I will rate them as a theatrical experience. From the bottom forward, I'd have to put Marty Supreme at the bottom. Then Bone Temple. I remember I still like that. Then Zootopia, then Housemaid, because I was very surprised by Housemaid, and then Avatar. So that's where we are with those, y'all. There it is. That's your box office right there. Coming out this Friday. That's right. Hold on. Now we got to do this, okay, because that's a different graphic. I got to go back to this one. Return. Here we go, y'all. So that we can see what's coming out next week. Hang on. Thanks for hanging in there, y'all. Hold on. See, this is when you're a one-man show. I don't have like the staff and crew of John Campy over here. Here we go. There it is. So this is what is coming out this Friday. The 2 big ones is going to be Mercy with Rebecca Ferguson, Chris Pratt, and Return to Silent Hill. Those are the ones that are going to be trying to squeeze into the top 5. But I did want to point out, if you're a big John Woo fan, speaking of him earlier, Hard Boiled is coming back out as a re-release on January 25th. So I don't know if I'll get out to see that because I would rather push to see the 2 new movies. But there you go. What you're going to see. What you're going to see of those 2. I want to try to see them both. So I would say, being new movies, okay, what was at the bottom? Marty Supreme was number 5 at 5 million. And then The Housemaid. I would say Marty Supreme's out of the top 5, and at least Mercy is going to make it in. I've heard no buzz about Return to Silent Hill, like none. However, never underestimate the horror community who will come out and see almost anything in its first week. Now, that said, I don't think Shelby Oaks, which was the Chris Stuckman movie, I don't think that ever cracked the top 5, if I'm recalling correctly. So, I don't know. Anybody excited about the Return to Silent Hill? I've seen and heard nothing. No buzz at all on that film. But there you go. All right. While we're here, and because it's after 9 already, let's go ahead and just jump to it. Let's go to the 52-week movie challenge. Boom. Here we go. This week, it takes place in a single location. And the one I chose was Snowpiercer. I had never seen this before. I didn't even realize it was directed by Bong Joon-ho. I I'm always familiar with like his other films like Parasite or what was it? The Murders, something. Anyway, Mickey 17. But yeah, Snowpiercer, I didn't know. So nice. It was very well directed. I like this film a lot. I originally had this, if you were following my letterbox, I had it at 4 stars, but I just kept talking. This is sort of the we are talking about when you sit on a movie for a while and let things sink in. Your mind might change a little bit. So I had to show my wife the end of this movie. She didn't get to watch the end. She had to go to work, but then when she came back, I showed her the end because I'm like, I need to talk about this ending with you because I don't think this ending makes sense. I think the ending doesn't stick the landing, and I'm talking just the very, very ending, not the third act. I think the third act is fine. The whole movie is very strong. Killer cast like Chris Evans, Tilda Swinton, Ed Harris, Octavia Spencer, really good. And then what's his name? Song Kang. Uh, I noticed he used a couple of actors from Parasite in this film, so that was cool. But yeah, so I like this movie a lot. It's very much almost like Titanic, right? So the poor people are at the back, much like Titanic. They're in the bottom of the boat, and the more rich, well-to-do, they got the nicer stay, the fancier looking cars. I don't know how that's decided because once you're on the train, how does your status matter? Like who are you paying money? Like the train is just on an endless loop of survival. That's all it can do is it stays on this track and it just kind of keeps going. And so presumably everybody that's on this train is the last of humanity. Everything else, because man did something stupid again, we created something and they created an ice age, froze the entire planet, and all life on it is dead. At least that's what the dialogue tells you. So you can assume that that's the case. And then the train has the last of humanity. So I'm just going to say, I'm not going to spoil it. If the train has the last of humanity, the very ending of the movie, well, let's just say it doesn't quite stick the landing. Now, my wife had said, well, okay, how about this? Maybe the people on the train aren't the only smart people. Maybe somebody else saw this coming and there's bunkers, right, that were created, much like, in Greenland or 2012. There's all these bunkers where people survive. So maybe there are other people alive on the planet. But according to this film, we don't know that. We don't know that other people exist outside of this train. So I know there's a TV show that went 4 seasons. I have not seen that. I've only seen this. And it's a good, solid movie. I bumped it down by a 0.5 star just because of my conversation about the actual conclusion of the movie. But it is a good movie. Tilda Swinton is what a goofball in this movie, but I liked it a lot. So there it is. Snowpiercer, 3.5 stars on Letterboxd. Next week is you better go pick a cool female-led action movie. Think Lara Croft. Think Atomic Blonde. Any of those things. Just like I said earlier, Cynthia Rothrock, man, get some old school 80s martial arts. So yeah, so that was my take, man. What did y'all see for your takes place in one place? I've also seen Panic Room recently. I think I just at the end of last year because I finally got the Steelbook came back into existence. It was sold out everywhere, and I'm like, I'm not paying eBay prices for that thing. And it came back out. I was like, hot dog, man. So I picked it up and I watched it. It is good, man. It is solid. Kept my attention the whole time. I really enjoyed that movie. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and do this. Where are we at? We're at almost 9:15 here. What I guess we'll just go ahead and talk a little bit about some Oscar predictions here, right? So well, first here, let's jump back here. See what you guys have to say. Those space movies. Well, Space Cowboys. Oh, Hidden Figures is so good. Hidden Figures was great. Silverado. I love it. If The Matrix ever had its sequel, it's probably the greatest sci-fi movie of all time. World building. Yeah, it's good, man. It was good. It's still a good sci-fi movie. Just showed that to our daughter for the first time. She dug it. Nice. Good. You okay, Adrian? All right. I should have wrote. I don't have many. I guess my sci-fi films of 2000 or 2001. Okay, and Metropolis. Well, of course, yeah. Metropolis is definitely a futuristic film. What should I watch of that genre next? Okay, so of those, wait. I should have wrote. I don't have many. I guess my only sci-fi films are. So you have those. What should I watch of that genre next? I mean, of sci-fi, it's a massive opening. I mean, you could go anywhere really, and those are all very different. Like 2001, Eternal Sunshine, and Metropolis are highly different films. So you have a nice breadth of sci-fi. I don't know. I don't know your taste in sci-fi other than these, but I would say if you want to see some fun, I don't know. Minority Report is great. Spielberg, Tom Cruise. If you've never seen the original Planet of the Apes, that's a keeper. Because again, sci-fi doesn't mean spaceships and laser guns, but it is definitely a science fiction film. Yeah, that's just a couple off the top of my head. Let's see, 70s British series like Blake Seven is getting a reboot. Is that right? They're rebooting Blake Seven. I saw some of that growing up. Broke my trucker mug. No, you broke a trucker mug. There's a bunch of trucker sayings on it. Funny, made me sad. Oh, movies and mugs. Oh man, look at that. Yeah, here you got my mug right there. Always see your soldier fall. Well, look, is this a trucker mug that can be repurchased, or was it like me? Sometimes you get these throughout your life, and then that the moment to get that mug is gone. But I get you, man. Sometimes your soldiers, you gotta say goodbye, replace it with another one. Clint Eastwood westerns, yeah, are my fave. I have time connecting with other westerns. John Wayne is cringe to me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is westerns, you got to find the right westerns, and then I think I also think I prefer the Clint Eastwood westerns over John Wayne. Look at that movie hunter. Yeah, get it on. Love it. Movie hunters here. Hey Dell. Hey. I'm just looking at your haze there. Is your collection okay? If your collection was only thrift shop swap meet movies, how many do you think you would have? Oh, that is a freakily interesting question. I don't know because I did a lot of purchases. But I mean, I've got probably 2,000 things in here, and most of these are not. So I would say it's probably in the mid hundreds would be how big the collection is if I'm just going off of swap meet thrift store purchases. Because the good thing about those is you can grab a stack, man, 10, 15, 20 at a time. And I know I went to the swap meet for at least 3 or 4 years before they closed it down. So just guessing, I'd probably say like mid hundreds. That's how big it would be if I just went off of those. Life of Chuck had an interesting out of nowhere extended dates number. I didn't see Life of Chuck yet. It's one with Loki in it, right? I got to see that. Sci-fi's number one, hands down. Let's go. Movie on has a level sci-fi bash. Although apparently not technically a genre, I can't live without noir. How is that technically not a genre? Is it not? I feel like now it is. Maybe back when it was being made, they just made movies like that and didn't call them noir. But I mean, I would personally call it a genre. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to give you that either way, my friend. I don't know who doesn't call it. I think it's a genre. I'll hand it to you. I'll say, yeah, man, let's go. Have you seen the new Star Trek show? No, it was funny. I was just talking to my wife about it last night because it's getting a lot of hate. Star Trek, all of our fan stuff just gets a lot of hate because of the way certain characters look, because of their weight, because of their sexual preference. I'm like, oh, here we go again. So I haven't seen it yet. I just want it to be a Star Trek show. What I don't want it to be is just like Melrose Place in space. Like that's just not what Star Trek is. Like have good characters. And I'm just saying this without knowing anything. I'm just going off of the fact that they're bringing in a wide array of characters and preferences and things like that, almost to the point where that's more important to them than actually telling good Star Trek stories. So that's my fear of the show. But as always, I'm a Star Trek fan and I will watch every iteration. I mean, eventually, I still haven't watched Section 31 yet with Michelle Yeoh because everybody said how bad it was. I'm like, but it's got my girl Michelle Yeoh in there. So yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I will check it out soon. I think of buying Tron Ares. Nice, go get that thing. Tron Ares, it's fun. It's visually a good time. I enjoyed it. Michael's here. What's going on, dude? 25 likes. Yes. Well done. Bravo, team. I challenge you to get me to 30, but 25 is a good way to end the day. It's my day off work, spending it. Nice. You watching my old crazy mug? Mm-mm. Oh, yeah. And you're in love. Or you're in love. I love to buy new releases and movies at Walmart. Nice. Yeah, man. Go check them out. Sometimes Walmart doesn't have the new stuff, though. I get bummed on that. Genres I couldn't live without for me is sci-fi, drama, medieval, superhero, and thrillers. Good collection. Bob off to the side and he tells me, hey, Bob, what's your favorite movie? Beetlejuice. Naturally, it's Beetlejuice. And what's the other one? Beetlejuice. Classic Bob. Now you know which Bob it is. In case you ever want to know who the Bob was, that's the Bob. I watched Zootopia 2. It was fun. It is fun. It is a fun movie. Had a good time with that. It's odd to me because it made $1 gazillion, but none of the kids I teach said a single word about it. Isn't that weird? What are the age groups of the kids you teach, Del? I know, right? That's just, but they're seeing it. Somebody's seeing it. Parents are taking all these little scragglers to go see it. Aiming it to be re-released worldwide in cinemas. What would I pick? Ooh, that's good. To be re-released. Well, I will say I've been loving sort of like the classic cinema to come back. I would say, it'd be fun, especially with all the hype of Wicked, is re-release The Wizard of Oz in the theaters. I think that would be something cool. I would say other things that I love, like Raiders and Star Wars, and put it back up, but it always has to be the original, not the redo, like untouched as it came out in 1977. But otherwise, I would kind of love to see on the big screen what it felt like to watch The Wizard of Oz in the cinema, because I saw the re-release of Jaws. That was phenomenal. I saw Sunset Boulevard, great. Saw 4 of the Universal Monster movies. That was great. So I'm kind of really digging this sort of, throwback stuff. Good question, man. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. What about y'all? Anything? What would y'all like to see as a re-release? People of a certain status on the train. Yep. Okay. When they boarded, yeah, maintain that hierarchy. I think so. I mean, sometimes they said people just walked on. There was a line in the thing that said some people just walked on and they were instantly pushed to the back. Almost like maybe you're middle class, but on the train, it's like there is no middle. The middle of the train is kind of like the security. So, yeah, I mean, but that is what it was. I'm sure when they stepped on the train, everyone had a hierarchy. And maybe the rich people that were in the front of the train, they also helped pay for it. So that would make sense, right? That makes sense. Like the super wealthy, kind of like the world we live in right now, right? The super wealthy would probably pay for the train. They would get all the stuff up front, and we'd all be in the back with our movies. Let's see. My prediction, pain. So good. Nailed it. It's like having Mr. T in the room. Let's see. Did you hear that Master and Commander's coming back? Oh, boy. Did you miss it the first time? I feel like you got it, or you just let me know in case I need to snag it. I recommend Interstellar. There you go. There you go. Some other good ones. Interstellar, Empire. Mm-hmm. Very good. All kinds of good stuff. I kind of like old cheesy black and white monster sci-fi films. Yeah, like Creature from the Haunted Sea. Nice. Supposed to look sick, but the real monster look, yeah. Green Homer Simpson with a knife. Figures. Yeah, man, old cheesy stuff like It Came from Outer Space. I love that. That was a great little Universal release that they did in a nice little chunky box. Man, I wish they'd do those again. Those were so nice. They had that. They had Jurassic Park, Animal House, Big Lebowski, Schindler's List. All these really nice, The Sting, good, like really nice hard boxes filled with stuff with little swag, like showing some VI treatment to those titles. And then that was it. I love that let me know what you guys think. I love when studios try to do of their own version of what Arrow's doing and what Vinegar Syndrome's doing, getting those nice little hard boxes. Warner Brothers, I'm telling you, one of the greatest hard boxes I got for $7.50, I think it's now $5 on Hamilton Book, is Argo, the Academy Award-winning Argo that Ben Affleck directed. I love that movie, and that thing is a phenomenally sweet box set. $5. It is like it challenges any Arrow collection I have, hands down. It just does, because sometimes the Arrow stuff, if you get a hard box, I don't know, you get like your lobby cards and maybe a poster that unfolds, stuff like that. This Argo box has enough stuff to rival an Arrow box set. It's phenomenal. And then Universal doing these, I just would love to see more of that love from these studios. Like, pick a good movie, like pick Sinners. Like, why? Like, Warner Brothers should pick Sinners and do that same Argo treatment to that. I don't know why people aren't picking up on those. They only get them if it's a boutique label, but there's some really fantastic studio labeled versions that are terrific. Absolutely terrific. But at Pawn Shop, after I have watched it appears on Tubi, it was a good movie. Nice. Original Thing from Another World. Yep, that's a good one too. I mean, since you do love the old black and white stuff, I have that one as well. Smirk is back. What's going on, man? Good morning. I gotcha. Any genre you like has lots of sci-fi films that incorporate in it. Yep. That's the beauty of it. Guys, look at this. All right, we're almost at 9:30. Robots and cyborgs. Yeah. Okay, 8 or 9. That's the sweet spot. They should just be yakking about that snake all day. All right, let's see. Let's put a pin in this real quick, y'all. And let's just yak on real quick about, all right, we're just going to quickly flow through just the top 5. I'm not going to go through all Oscars. I'm just going to do picture, director, and then the 4 acting categories. So obviously, I think the hands down things that are being said over and over is One Battle After Another, Sinners, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, probably Frankenstein. Those 5, because there's going to be 10 nominations, as they've always done. So I feel like those 5 are a lock. Then you got some foreign films that have gotten a lot of buzz, like Sentimental Value, Secret Agent. It was just an accident. It's just an accident. That's the Iranian movie. Brazil is the Secret Agent, and Norway, it's the Norwegian film, the Sentimental Value. So those are talked about. But then I don't know. Jake Kelly, would that sneak in? That was a good movie, but I mean, doesn't stand a chance. Train Dreams. A lot of people talking about Train Dreams. Begonia, although I don't think Begonia was as good as Poor Things when it comes to Best Picture. So those are some good options. And personally, I think, and I'm going to say this a couple of times, Rental Family and Is This Thing On are my two favorite films from last year. They did exactly what I wanted when I went to the movie. Is a very solid, tight, compelling story, fantastic acting, and just moved me at the end, and not in a way that I was just a wreck, but it was just like I felt something that I didn't get from other things. Like, I didn't get that at all from Marty Supreme. I didn't feel anything for anybody in that. And when it comes to, well, let's save it. We'll get to the supporting stuff in a second. So Best Directors, then you got to obviously toss out Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle, Ryan Coogler for Sinners, Guillermo del Toro for Frankenstein, Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme, Chloe Zhao, Hamnet, right? She's being talked about. She won for Nomadland, which, again, I've said this before, I think Promising Young Woman was the better film of that year, but Chloe Zhao took it home. What other directors? I guess, if you get into that foreign category, you got the directors from Sentimental Value. It was just an accident. Those could work in there. What? And then personally, I don't remember the names, but I would pick the director. Well, I'd pick Bradley Cooper for Is This Thing On, and the director of Rental Family. Now, Best Actor, obviously the lock. I mean, how is Chalamet not going to get in there? Chalamet, DiCaprio, and Michael B. Jordan, those 3 guys are in it to win it. Now, I think that dramatically, I think Leo and Michael are, to me, the closer competition. Timothy, I still don't think this is the thing Timothy should win for Best Actor. Again, I don't know. If he wins, then I just don't get it. Then I'm clearly missing something from Marty Supreme that everybody else is loving. But I don't see this being the one that beats him over Leo or Michael B. Jordan. We had us the winner for lead actor for The Secret Agent, Wagner Moura, won the Golden Globe, so I guess he could work himself in there. And people are talking about, maybe Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon, Joel Edgerton for Train Dreams, Jesse Plemons for Begonia. But again, where is Brendan Fraser and Will Arnett? I'd easily throw those. Like I saw Begonia. Jesse Plemons is good. Those two guys were better. They just, I don't know. In my opinion, I mean, all these things are subjective, which is why they're awards, and that's why people vote on them, is because your subjective opinion will come down to who wins. And I get to be a part of this voting system, like I said, SAG right here. So I have a voice in all this, and we'll see if that voice gets heard. Best Actress, Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. Everyone's just saying, just give her the award already. So I don't like it when something's so slam dunky, but there you go. The foreign film Sentimental Values got Renate Renzve. Totally butchering that. But Emma Stone for Begonia. Again, good performance. Very solid. Didn't think it was as transformative as, say, Poor Things. So Rose Byrne, If I Have Legs, I'd Kick You. She won the Golden Globe. And there's also Chase Infinity, One Battle After Another. But look, I will say this. Another movie that came out that was absolutely fantastic that I put in the same category as Rental Family and all that, and that was Song Sung Blue. I did not expect to love that movie as much as I did. That movie, when it was over, we had a good audience at that one. We all applauded at the end because there was, every now and then you get a movie that just hits the whole audience at the end. You're like, yes, you know what? Yes, there's something. If something makes an audience applaud like that collectively, then something special is there. And Kate Hudson, I think of all these performances, she's getting widely overlooked. That is somebody I would love to see sneak in, and maybe they just start pushing that movie, and maybe they send screeners to all the people, and suddenly out of nowhere, sort of like, I think we all sort of expected Demi Moore to win last year, but then Mikey Madsen ended up pulling it off. I mean, this girl's a very young actress and does not have a huge body of work. And in fact, I just remember her as the chick that got the dog food can to the face in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But Kate Hudson, mark my words, she's fantastic. I don't know if she'll squeak in there. I think that entire movie's getting overlooked. That said, see, that's something I would put in over Marty Supreme. Again, Marty, no shade on that. Marty Supreme it's fine, but Song Sung Blue has something better to tell when it comes to that. Supporting actors, let's go with Sean Penn and Benicio del Toro, both from One Battle After Another, Paul Mescal for Hamnet, Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein, and of course the Golden Globe winner, Stellan Skarsgård, who won for that. I think those are your 5. Now, it's kind of a bummer because I think Adam Sandler was terrific in Jay Kelly, and I don't think we're going to see him. Delroy Lindo in Sinners, another great performance. I think they're going to get all widely overlooked, but I would definitely look to them. And also, too, like Miles Canton, also from Sinners. Terrific. Now, supporting actress, we're going to get Teyana Taylor from One Battle After Another. Amy Madigan, I think Sinners those two should be a lock. But then after that, you're kind of scrambling for something to fill. Will we get Ariana Grande again? I don't know. I feel she's deserving, but Regina Hall, One Battle After Another, could make it in. Let's see, the Marty Supreme gal. What's her name? Odessa, yeah. Azion. Some people are saying Gwyneth Paltrow for Marty Supreme, but no. I mean, she's good, but I don't think so. So maybe some of those. What do y'all think? All right. And that's it. Those are your major categories. That's what I think is going to be potential. I think some snubs are do for sure. But there you go. All right, that's a little wrap. That's our Oscar wrap. Oh, looky there. Is that right? That would be something. Next year, because that would be the 50, right? 2027? All right, yeah, it says it right there. Okay, I was letting you know if you need to snag the Master and Commander. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll look. I don't know if I need to snag it. This 50 public domain horror box. Nice. Info on the box. You can imagine the ridiculous Homer monster thing. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. You just pop it in and go, all right, let's go for it. I have a question. Is A Night to Remember set a movie from the 50s? I don't know when it was released. Are you just curious? It's year for some reason. Let's see. A Night to Remember. Yeah, 1958. So you just squeaked it in there. 1958. Hello, thanks. Hello. What movie you watch mostly? Yeah, I just mentioned it was a Snowpiercer for the 52-week challenge. Whoops. I'd be okay with Benicio del Toro getting nods in both lead. Oh, for Phoenician Scheme. No one's talking about that though, man. No one's talking about Phoenician Scheme. So I think he's got a much better shot. I think we'll probably see him and Sean Penn, don't you think? I think so. Favorite score of 2025? Woo! I don't know. Probably Sinners. That was pretty rocking. That was a pretty banging soundtrack. Love that quite a bit. But yeah, y'all, I think that's going to bring us to it. I do got to get rolling here for the old work-a-roni. But yeah, thank y'all for being here. Let's see. Where did we end up? What was our thread count, to use a sheet analogy? What did we get? 20-something? Come on, better be at 25. 25 on the nose. All right, not too shabby. Well done, Eric. I hope you dug today. It flew by, y'all. I feel like we cover so much in an hour and a half. And you guys provide lots of good stuff to chat about. So I appreciate that. But that is going to do it today, y'all. I cheers you, Clink. Thank you so much for coming to the show. We'll do this again next week. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are watching for your 52-week movie challenges for this last week, what you're planning on for the next week, and we'll pick it up where we left off next week. That'll do it for today, y'all. Thank you so much. Until next time, from me and Bob, we'll catch you guys later. Hit it, Bob. All my Cafe members for their support. And if you'd like to be a Cafe member to help support the channel, please consider hitting that join button now. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming by and sharing your time with me. So until next time, be safe, be kind. We'll see you on the next one.